What's going on, everybody? It's Brees. We're back here again in downtown Brooklyn for another episode of the What's Cooking podcast, home of the hottest upcoming entrepreneurs. So today is going to be a little different. We actually have somebody who's very well versed in a lot of different crafts, a lot of different businesses. And he's somebody that he's really, if anything, I feel like he's going to ask us the questions today. So he's a man of many nicknames, 40 Cal, 40 Hendrix, Forex 40. Me, I always say 40 going 80 because he always likes to up it on everybody.
Yeah, up it.
But yeah, I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Our guy, Calvin.
How you feeling?
How y'all doing? The crowd goes wild.
Boy!
How y'all doing?
I'm gonna get a soundboard for that.
Honored to be here. It's exciting. I love what you guys are doing. You know, highlighting the entrepreneurs coming up is very, very, very important because, you know, a lot of people have to have something established already to get on a podcast to get extra exposure. So what you guys are doing are very, very innovative and I think very effective for, you know, our community. And I'm big on what we can do for our community.
All right.
Yeah, so Cal is kind of, it's a similar story with Cal, with Fetty from last episode. He's a guy that we all know from different avenues as well. So we all have our different stories. I actually knew him through business. I know you guys have your different avenues with him. So, I mean, me, it was just like, it was business, straightforward, you know, and he's actually always been like, you know, pretty supportive and he always like motivated me to be better. And, you know, we butt heads a lot, but, you know, I know he does it for a good reason. And, yeah, he's always been like a brother to me, a mentor. And, you know, I always like to listen to, as much as me and him might argue, I actually like to listen to what he has to tell me because, you know, it's a little toxic, you know, it's like, I kind of force it, but
that's where the 40 Hendrix comes from.
Sensational.
But yeah, that's kind of how our relationship's been. You guys, I don't know if you want to share your stories.
I met him through arguing on Facebook about Forex.
Yeah. It's funny though, because she's from my hood. Like you live on, well, I'm not gonna say where you live, but she lived like around the corner from where I live.
That's why I assumed you guys knew each other.
Yeah.
I know her little brother really well, but I never knew her.
a lot of my friends too.
Yeah.
I assumed you guys.
But Darren, he was like, when he saw me argue, he's like, "Oh, that's what's her name, sister? She from here?" And I'm like, "Oh wow, I didn't know that or whatever."
Yeah.
We're
It's
definitely
just mad fun. Because me and her little brother are
man.
mad cool. And, you know,
Yeah,
I helped him
my
with
guy,
Forex and all that. And then, you know, I find out, his sister's attacking me. Like, what? That's crazy.
No, you attacked me first. I be in my own lane and I write my statuses, but then y'all wanted to come and put y'all 2 cents in it and nobody asked you to, so I'm gonna defend my territory.
That is true. My 2 cents are a lot of places.
Yeah.
I leave change lying around a lot, for sure.
I've always been in awe of the guy. Like we met through like a man's of a man's, like Ruben and everything like that. So because Ruben had this one big order and I was just like, I knew this because we had each other on Facebook already. So I was like, and I'm kind of like, oh, what's up, man? Long, you know what I'm saying? Acting like I know him, but you know what I'm saying? I really don't. So, and I think we end up, for me, I'm just, you wanted to like buy something for me one time and, you know, and it's like, I was like, yeah, I want to work with this guy.
Bro pulled up with mad, like, I thought it was illegal. He had mad Apple products. I'm just like,
I dropped it on like that.
That's like the Pablo Escobar of Apple right there. It's crazy.
Yeah,
good time.
So it's funny too because like especially with my non-New York friends, a lot of people say Facebook is dead, but then it's like you got 40 Cal.
You gotta have the people on here.
Everybody knows him because of Facebook. Like,
Mr. Association.
40 cal.
Yeah.
So 40 Cal, I play basketball, and I won't lie, it is a self-given nickname, but it has meaning. So it was a basketball game I played in. It's known as the Biggie Tournament.
Ooh.
I had a 49-point game. And so people said like 50 cal and stuff like that. And I was like, I didn't have 50. Call me 40 cal. And I learned like it actually kind of sounds wavy. You know, 40 cal is a gun. 40 cal just sounds good. It goes together. Yeah. And I kind of always wanted a nickname. Like all my friends had nicknames. Like Darren, his nickname was Flock. Pudgy, his nickname is Pudgy.
Yeah,
and all of that.
Pudgy.
Yeah, and so it's like
right there.
Yeah,
shout out Pudgy. He be on me weak. He's hilarious. Man.
And so my name, I was just Calvin.
Right.
I didn't have no nickname. Like my family nickname is CJ because I'm a junior, but nobody outside my family calls me that. So I was like, oh, it's my chance to get a nickname. And now, you know, granted, none of my like closest friends that knew me since high school call me 40, but pretty much everybody knows me as that now. I kind of like it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, so the reason that I invited you here is because, like I said earlier, you're a man of many talents and, you know, you have a bunch of different streams of income and, you know, you're very well versed in all of those different industries.
Yeah.
And I feel like with this episode, it's not really gonna be an interview. It's gonna be more of a conversation. And if anything, I feel like we'll take a lot of gems because you might even put us onto game. And I feel like for us, you know, being that we're a business-based podcast, it's good to work with not just somebody that just has a brand, but somebody that does business in all different aspects of business.
Knows.
Yeah, has a lot of knowledge and whatnot.
I appreciate you thinking that highly of me.
Of course. Love is love. But yeah, so I don't know if you want to list anything or if there's anything specific.
As you know, it's kind of obvious. I do trade Forex. I am one of those Forex guys.
Me too.
For sure. But he just trade. I'm one of those Forex guys that y'all used to talk about. Like I post all of that stuff.
I was there.
That's the network marketing side of it. It's two sides of it, and things like that. Real estate. I dabble in it. I own one property. I've owned 3 properties total in my lifetime.
Amazing.
You know, and just other avenues to make different ways of passive income that a lot of people don't know about that I learned through the Forex and network marketing space for real, like life insurance policies and stuff like that. There's a lot of different things that I've learned, and, you know, I haven't worked a job in since I was 18.
That's a flex.
Something like that.
That's a flex.
So, you know, it's pretty cool. I own a condo in Delaware. I don't live there anymore because Delaware is boring. So you can rent it out.
Taxes though.
Yeah, but it's no taxes on what you buy. But the problem with Delaware is there's no stores.
Oh yeah.
Like there's no Gucci store or Louis store in the state of Delaware. The entire state doesn't have any designer store. Nothing. The biggest mall in Delaware, the best store is the Apple Store.
It kind of reminds me.
No way.
No. No, he's right.
I'm about to Google it.
He's telling the truth. He's telling.
Like if you want to go shopping in Delaware, there's best bet is Nordstrom. But because it's the Delaware Nordstrom, they're not going to send them
have a bunch of
because it's not a lot of people buying it. So waste money.
You probably got to go to DC.
I mean, Philly's right there.
Philly's right there.
Yeah, Philly's 20 minutes away.
Yeah, I went to boarding school. My man's lived in Delaware, so we was saying Apple Store was like the Times Square of Delaware.
Yeah,
I think 13 miles long. It's so little. You just drive straight through
it's so little. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, Cal, you might know this. I think it was Skip Bayless who said it, but they were making fun of OKC when they came to recruiting Paul George, and it was like. I think he said something like, "Well, at least we have a TGI Fridays." That's kind of what I think
Delaware's worse than that because they don't even have a basketball team.
Yeah, that's kind of what Delaware.
Delaware doesn't even have a basketball team. They have a G League team.
Yeah, they have a G League team.
Yeah. I also play basketball, and I do a lot of basketball debates on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's not a stream of income, but that is a very, very, very taxing hobby.
That's his pastime.
It's definitely a pastime. But yeah, so that's something that I got into. But Delaware itself was just I'd like to call it a phase in my life because that's where I learned real estate. Because
the barbecue.
Because I went to be with my cousin because he'd been in real estate or whatever. So fresh out of college, graduated, and I'm he was the only person in our family to graduate college before me. So I was the second. So and he was always a close cousin of mine. So he kind of took me under the wing. He was doing well for himself, had his own real estate and stuff like that. He's an agent. So he brought me down to Delaware to kind of just give me a head start on life, help me get some properties, help me learn the game, all of that stuff, show me how to flip properties, all of that. And so I was down there for a year, and during that time, that's when I started learning Forex. So fun story about Forex. I learned about Forex my junior year. My roommate of mine told me about it, and I did it because I'm a risk taker. That's just how I've always been. So I saw him. He told me, "Yo, I'm making money off this. You just do this." I said, "I bet I'm doing it." But at the time, I'm in college. I had a joint account with my mother, and so the company I was doing Forex with, it was still young. So when I did it, it was an international purchase. So the bank was like, "Oh, it might be a scam," blah blah blah. And because our accounts were connected, my mom told me stop doing it. So basically, I had to stop doing it, and but I was always on my mind. So 2019 is when I got back into it after I graduated. Finally had my own bank account. And so me and my cousin started bumping heads because he had got me a job down there that was a really good, it was a well-paying job. It was something called a flagger where you hold the stop signs when there's construction stops. And it pays really well. It pays $40, $50 an hour. The problem was it's the middle of the summer and you're standing on your feet for 11, 12 hours straight.
And it's a no.
Straight. So it's and don't get me wrong.
$50 hours is just...
Yeah. You don't got to do all that. You stand there with the stop
That's
sign.
where the motivational.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Why do I stand outside?
It's a great way to make money. And if I hadn't discovered Forex, I would have been doing that right now. 100%. It was days I worked 2 days in a week and I went home with $1,600. Easy. 2 days of work, $1,600. Wow. Easy.
Quit my
Now he's
job.
doing that in one trade.
So yeah, and so
10 minutes.
how I so we started going back and forth because he saw me posting it, saw me really get into it. Oh, it's a scam, blah blah blah, this that, and the third, the whole spiel. And I still doing it, but then it starts affecting my flagging because at the end of the day, I'm controlling cars. So one time, my man, this is when I first started. He made like 1,700 by 10 a.m. and he called me and showed me it, and I'm like, no way, I'm hit. And it was a trade I could have been in because we traded together. I was like, yo, I could have been in this trade. Next thing I know, an accident happens. And I was supposed to stop a car. So it was all right, yeah, you're pretty much done here. My cousin, he tried to get me back into it because he had pull, but I wasn't even really interested in it because I'm like, granted, it is only 2 days of work, but I could have made this in 20 minutes. You feel me?
That's what
and so that's when
That's how I be
and so
feeling.
that's what really happened. So it was honestly, I can't front.
That'll do it.
As I get older, it was kind of crazy because I had a mortgage and all that. Like I was living in Delaware, living in my condo that I owned, all of that. And everything, and it's kind of crazy because the condo I paid for like some of the down payment with a trade, like with trading profits.
Oh.
So the fact that he still didn't believe it was kind of crazy. But anyway, so I had a mortgage, and I was in P600 at the time. My mortgage was $750 a month, so that wasn't really covering it. And I had to make money through trading, so I took a big ass risk. I curse on here. That's legal.
I don't give a damn.
So I took a big risk. Like
Don't say no
I quit
crazy
I let the job go, and I'm like, yo, I'm going all in with this Forex stuff or whatever. And so I was living good. Like I was paying my mortgage, paying my bills. I was getting seafood every Friday. I was lit. You know what I'm saying? But Delaware just kind of got boring. And most of my business was in New York, but I was in Delaware. And granted, the problem with Delaware was I was going to expand my business there, but Delaware is actually the most bum state in America. Reason being is because everybody is broke and they're all comfortable with it. So like New York, you got the people in the projects, but everybody's trying to get out the project. Everybody's scamming.
Everybody hustling.
Everybody's scamming, doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? In Delaware, nah, we all just gonna be bums together. Like that's dead how it is. Like nobody cares about really getting money.
That's why sometimes you gotta change your scenery.
Exactly. Like it's actually crazy. And I'm like, yo, this is mad whack. Like
I'm in
none of y'all want to
That would
get.
make me so depressed. Like nobody here is motivated to get money. Like
No, bro,
what?
like at all, bro. Like they'll get a little regular job or whatever. And again, nothing against jobs. It's just like they don't have like it'll be a job that's barely keeping the lights on type thing, and they'll be like, oh, I'm cool. And that was just it was just nasty work out there. So came back, advanced in my business, advanced in my trading and everything, and been doing really well with that. So thankful for it.
Yeah, you kind of answered a little bit of what I was gonna ask. So I was basically gonna ask you, like, for example, we just had an episode with my friend Jalicia, and she took Forex and got into trucking, and as you guys know, she went 6 figures in 6 months. And Isaiah actually, he's actually, it's funny too, he didn't mention this at all. He's actually a Forex trader too. But I mean, he never like spoke on it like in terms of like how like what he does with money. I mean, not that podcast or anything. But I assume like, he uses Forex, to help his brand. Same with me, I just became an independent trader like, like what, 2 months ago? And I've literally been doing my own thing off of that. So my question, I guess my new question to you would be, when did you feel like you got comfortable to where it's like, I could just do this and this only? Like, I don't...
Honestly, I did that and that only before I was even comfortable doing it. And I think that's kind of what allowed me to get comfortable because I just got used to, all right, I got to make this money in this trade. You know what I'm saying? I got to build my business, get these checks. Like, it was just how I don't know. It's a habit that I wouldn't recommend to everybody. Like, I'm not the person...
Unless you're nice.
I'm not the person that's going to tell you quit your job to chase your dreams because you might not be a person that can, like, I tell people all the time, like, I get into these arguments on Facebook all the time, and people talk about, oh, we can't get rich, we can't do this, it's so hard. And I'm like, the thing with getting rich is you have to be comfortable going to the bottom before you get there. And I'm like, I understand that's a lot to ask, and, it's not fair, whatever you want to call it.
You sound like Nick Fury right now.
But, like, at the end of the day, like, full transparency, I could talk about it now. During that whole time with my mortgage thing, trading kind of slowed down, business kind of slowed down, started missing payments, you feel me? And stuff like that or whatever. And I was just like, damn. But I wasn't about to go back and I was okay with doing that. I was okay with missing a couple bills. Like, I probably owe the state of New York like $5,000 in tickets. My motto for like all my life is I'll pay them back when I get rich. You ever like at the end of the day,
I feel like that way sometimes too.
Yeah,
like, bro, they just want their money. They're not gonna come arrest me. It's actually so funny because when people when I get tickets or different things that or like bills in the mail that I didn't pay or debt that I owe. And, you know, people be like, oh, you're not worried about this? I'll be like, well, what are you going to do? You're not going to come arrest me. As long as they don't come arrest me, I don't care. I'll pay them back when I get rich. The goal is to make enough money to where paying them back is irrelevant to me. Like it's a...
You're like, oh, I got to pay back.
No, hey, whatever.
They arrest you for taxes. That's it.
Yeah, like I'm good with the taxes. I'm actually good with. So
Yeah, I know that.
yeah,
That's
so
all
like
that.
I don't got no.
So you do people taxes and stuff?
No, not good. I mean, like I don't have no bad issues with the IRS.
All right, cool.
I have
Yeah,
an
makes
account.
sense. All right, man.
Tax.
I said, Kyle's definitely someone who knows how to get
Yeah,
around.
IRS.
IRS
Fuck
be
with the
ODing.
IRS.
They be doing too much. They be doing too much.
IRS, I be packing them up every year.
I be like, just take it. Just take
just
it. So I
take
don't
it.
gotta come and give it to you.
But like taxes wasn't really a big issue either because in the network marketing business that I do, everything I buy is a write-off because technically
Yeah,
everything I buy
me too.
benefits my business. So if I have an event that I have to speak at, any clothes I buy, if I
It's a
wear them
write-off.
to the event, it's a write-off.
Your
car.
transportation,
Transportation, my flight, my hotel.
yeah.
If I go to
Your
if I go
food.
out to eat with anybody, they don't even have to be in my business. If I say, yo, you want to join Forex, and you say no, that's a
That
business
counts
meeting.
as a business meeting.
It's a
yeah.
business meeting. That
Yeah.
dinner is
A lot
written
of
off.
people don't know that.
That dinner is written off.
Yep.
And that's a lot of things that people like. And obviously, it depends on the business you're in. Because if I sell clothes, obviously it's not the same thing. But a lot of people don't realize the business you're in can determine how well you get. Like, for example, I see a lot of people talk about the tax thing, like with the whole dude that just hit the lotto or whatever. And it's just
I said
like
it this
it's
morning.
funny because he's getting taxed right, and I'm just like, the thing is, people think people don't tax billionaires when that's not the case. People just don't. America doesn't tax entrepreneurs. That's the real
One
truth.
person
Yeah.
really got me upset this morning with that statement. So
Like
glad you're saying
I
it.
was not a billionaire. I made probably like 80 grand my first year.
You just have to know
In the
how
business.
to work the tax system.
I paid like $900 in taxes off 80
because you
grand.
knew what to do.
'Cause I'm not a billionaire. I had an accountant who knows the tax loops, and I'm in a business that allows me to get more write-offs. So that's why, like, one of my biggest goals in life is to just educate our community and really just like give us the head start that the other communities have. That's like been my biggest goal. Like one of my biggest goals is to own the projects I grew up in and put mad schools, mad iPads in schools, all that. Like I honestly plan on dying with none of the money I made, type of thing. Like probably 50% goes to my kids, and then the rest I'm putting back into Bedford-Stuyvesant, Clinton Hill area.
That's a fact. Because growing up, it was nothing for us to do
At all.
at all.
Yeah.
Like I remember being outside in the summertime. My grandma's like, "Go outside." It was not like you just gotta find something to do,
And
and that's how people end up in trouble, end up in the system. But if you just give the kids something to do, like
yeah. And that's legit what I grew up on. Like, like it's so funny. Like when I went to college and people would ask you, like, what do you do in Brooklyn? Why do you love Brooklyn so much? And you're like, oh, just go outside. You go outside, do what? I mean, just go outside. Like going outside is an event in itself.
We
Like,
outside.
like I remember the summers in high school, we would play ball from like noon to like 5, 6. And then we just walking around the hood for the rest of the day. Like that's just what we did. And it was fun because we found different ways to entertain ourselves. Now, granted, it's one, that's dangerous. Two, we did get in some trouble. We just didn't get into big enough trouble to like change our lives for the work in a bad way. But like I want to, and also another thing too, if it rained, we had nothing to do. Because a lot of us couldn't have company or whatever, mother strict or whatever.
Regents week.
Yeah. oh.
If you know, you know.
If you know,
it's crazy,
you know.
'cause I didn't even take Regents.
Oh yeah, because you went to Dozer or you went to
Nah, actually, I was in
How you
private
got
school.
a
I
high
ain't gonna-
private school. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
You went to private
Yeah, I was
school.
gonna say, those was in Queens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, so like that's just one of my things. Like I want to, like for example, I want to build rec centers that are 24 hours. Because I remember being a kid, like about 14, 15, it's 3 a.m. Y'all want to go to the gym. Can't go to the park. None of the parks have lights, especially at 3 a.m. Because obviously it leads to shootouts and things like that. None of the gyms are open. All the gyms are expensive too. At least when you're growing up in the hood. Like, granted, the WOW was maybe $40 a month, but my mom didn't have an extra $40 a month to give me to go to the gym, and I wasn't making 40. Granted, I could have made $40 a month, but that 40 I used to get food, get
$40,
sneakers,
40 cal.
get, yeah, you feel me? So I want to like,
That's the real reason they call you 40 cal, $40.
like I just want
$40.
our community to have the same cheat codes and same advantages. Like,
Yeah.
that's my that's my biggest purpose. Because
That's a goal right there.
we're the most brilliant, in my personal opinion. Like we
push the envelope. We push everything.
Everybody from that's been successful from the black community has 9 times out of 10 grew up having to come from behind in the race.
Yeah.
If you put us right here, think of how many more, because there's also the people that came from behind, got right here, but fail. Imagine if they got to start right here, maybe all the way up there.
Yeah.
So that's just how I look at it, because I feel like, our people, like, I've seen so much wasted potential. And I used to think like I'll use basketball as an example. Old heads used to say, "Oh, I knew this guy. He was better than Michael Jordan." And I used to really not believe them until now growing up being a basketball player, I know people that are in the hood that are better than some of the people going to the league right now.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And just
some people drag it though.
Yeah, some people drag it for sure, but like I've seen certain talent go to waste, and that's just basketball. Not even talking about all the other talent. Like we have so many. And I love what, the movement we have going on right now with so many black entrepreneurs and everything like that. Another thing, one of my other goals is to rebuild Black Wall Street.
Bro, yes, that's mine.
Like that's actually like a self-working black community.
Yeah.
It was in 1920 when we was
Tulsa.
barely doing anything. Like we wasn't really making too much noise or whatever. It was scary enough for them to burn it down. Imagine now with all the more resources, everything we know.
And technology.
Everything.
Yeah.
I won't say we'd run the country, but we'd run
Black dollar.
We could turn
The
Black
black dollar.
Wall Street was just a neighborhood. We could turn it into an entire city.
Yeah.
That's just our city.
The nation.
Good.
Nation.
Yeah.
I just I've been thinking what if we just had like a mall, which is all black stores.
Yes.
Black business,
Yeah, that was. It was like a black conglomerate. That's basically what that is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like something I want to do, I want to give back to the kids. And I'm a math teacher, so I try to figure out ways I can incorporate
Yeah.
learning business into math, into algebra. I'm like, yo,
Because you need math to go.
yeah, you need math.
math,
And a lot of kids, they scared of math, but everything that you do is math. Like what you do with the training, all that is math.
Literally.
Everything.
Math is actually my favorite subject. I'm one of the few that loved math. Like even in college, statistics, it was a hard ass class.
You know calculus?
Yeah.
I need help.
I took calculus in high school.
Statistics is my
It
speed
was
though.
lit.
Yeah,
Statistics
but it was hard, and we had an
Shit is my
Asian teacher
speed.
who had an accent, so you couldn't understand him. So like, it was actually kind of funny. Basically, the way the grading system worked, it's kind of off topic, but whatever. It was 3 tests he gave throughout the whole year.
Huh?
If you failed the test, like the homework didn't matter,
That's
nothing.
33%.
Yeah. So the test was 30. It was each
That's a lot
30% of your
college
grade.
professors.
Now my teammates, they couldn't get it, but I knew it. So I got 100 on the first exam. They all got 100.
You said this is high school or college?
College.
Oh,
Got 100 on the first exam because I studied for it. Second exam, I was like, all right, I got 100. Let me study a little bit. I got like an 85, so they all got 85. And the last exam, I just didn't study for. Because it was actually
You
so
basically passed.
hard.
Oh, okay.
Because I knew I passed.
You had a status
Yeah.
on Facebook recently. You was like, "There's one subject you cannot study for, but you'll pass it every time." I forget.
Oh, that's what I said. It was
Yeah.
math
Math,
from
yeah.
algebra up to statistics.
Mine's is history. I ain't gonna lie.
Honestly, I've
French,
never
'cause
studied
I'm
for
Haitian.
anything.
History? Oh, I love
I don't-
history.
I don't feel
like
history.
to argue with people, so I used to be in there debating my
Yeah,
ass
yeah,
off.
I don't feel history.
I'm not big on history.
Yeah, I'm not that big on
What?
history.
Like I like
History is
learning
cool,
about history, but
yeah.
in school it wasn't like.
Oh no! I'm not talking about the American Revolution. I'm talking
Yeah.
about Black history.
Yeah, Black
history.
I'm not talking about George Washington.
For me, it was French though, but obviously everybody knows. Like, Haitian.
Math is a close second though, because I'd be motivated to actually, pass that shit. So
Yeah, nah, facts. I feel that. I feel
Yeah.
that.
So the reason actually before I even go to that, going back to what you talk about Black Wall Street, in your case, it's actually pretty funny that you said that because that's not to like put your info out there like nothing, but you do know a lot of like big people, like celebrities.
Yeah, I
you
do.
know celebrities like personally.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't like we're not gonna talk about that, but
Yeah,
I'm
nah,
just
I do.
saying like
I do.
it works
Like,
to
I
your
know.
advantage. You know what I mean?
It was actually funny. I was thinking about it the other day because in the basketball chat that I'm in on Facebook, I say a lot of things. And
yep.
granted, they know me not to be a liar, but I also look at what I say and I'm like, dang, if someone else said this, I would think they were lying. Because it's like, yo, how do you know so many people? Like, it's just so convenient. It's so convenient that I know this person, I know this information. But
Mixie cow.
I think that's one of the things that comes from networking and going to like, for example, I know a lot of people in the NBA, some from basketball, like just playing, but also from going to college. And one of my friends, he's really wealthy. And he's from North Carolina, and like one of his best friends is Aisha's little brother. So like, you feel me?
Curry?
Yeah,
Oh,
Aisha
okay.
Curry's little brother, because that's where they're from.
Mm-hmm.
So the wealthy in that area obviously know each other. So that's like his best friend, one of his best friends. So I learn a lot of info about that. I learn a lot of info about different NBA players, and I know a lot of celebrities like rappers and stuff from here personally. So I think I do have like. I think I have. I wouldn't say the influence. I think they have the influence. I think I just have the connections to use the influence.
I mean, even now,
I had the leverage. I would say.
even now on the celebrities tip too, you still know a lot of people that's very profitable. Even like through network marketing.
Yeah.
You've made a lot of connections to where you could use that to your advantage.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I have a lot of not notoriety, but I know a lot of people like out of state too.
Yeah.
But like you said, from network marketing. But I think that also comes from just being a good person. You know, you make a good impact on people. They remember you. You know, you're genuine with them. You know, a lot of people remember that. So
I'm just like, it took me like the past year to learn like the level of influence I had on people, and I was like, wow, like this is what I've caused. You know? So now I'm starting to rediscover that. So like I know like, you know, celebrities, but you know, like people of like fame, like have like some famous clout or whatever. And I'm starting to utilize that more. It's like I have to remember to not do everything by myself. Yeah. So that's why I think it was one time I even reached out to you one time. Like that's why I said I'm just in awe of you, because when I see how you talk, it's like what you write is literally how you talk.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. It's funny. Somebody said, "Yo, bro, chill with the SAT answers today."
Yeah, I've seen that.
I like that. I'm not trying to curse, but I like that shit. Like I like having my mind challenged. I haven't had my mind challenged in years, bro.
Yeah.
But not like one thing about the influence though. I went to Philip A. Schuyler, and the quote is, you know, with great power comes great responsibility. Like that was our school mantra. And so I kind of understand that now, like just in the season. A lot of people have come to me with a lot of business ideas they wanted me to push and stuff like that, and I'll turn them down because I just didn't feel like it was in the best interest of people. Like I knew I could sell it, I knew I could make a lot of money off of it because I know how to do that. But I was like, I'm selling. I felt like I was selling people something that I didn't actually think would benefit them, and I would never do that. Like I would never. Like you said, the reputation I have, I would never jeopardize that just for a quick dollar. Especially when I know how to make money without selling anything. Yeah. So it just don't be worth it.
So I guess my question to you is, because I just started to pick this up, like I've worked with people that you know and shit like that. How do you weed out, like, since you know how you say you turn down business ideas, because I get business ideas all the time myself. How do you weed out people? Like, how do you successfully do that?
Honestly, I feel like the thing with me is, I guess I weed them out because I don't have expectations for people or for it. I think that's a big mistake a lot of people make.
Even with people with reputations. Like
I don't expect anything from anybody except for like 5 people that are close in my life. And if I don't expect something from you, then when you do something, I'm not disappointed. I don't feel away. So like, say you and I get into business together, right? And you're supposed to handle the hardware side. I'm technically supposed to expect you to handle it, but in my mind, he's probably going to mess up. Let me put some things in place to make sure he does. And that's obviously just for the start. It's not something
like Batman.
Once you've shown I can trust you and stuff like that, obviously I'm not going to try to undermine, well, not even undermine, but I won't feel I need to take those precautions. But like, if we just met, I'm not expecting you to be loyal to me.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
I'm not expecting you to, hold me down or nothing like that. Even if and here's the thing too, even if I did it to you, one thing I've learned is, what God's blessed me with, I'm capable of being a lot of things to a lot of people. And I have to understand, I can't expect, like I have a friend who I tell him all the time, yo, if you need something, call me. He calls me a lot for a lot of advice, calls me for a lot of different things. But I've never called him for anything like that. And it's not because I don't think he's capable, but it's just like, I feel like I'm that to him. I don't need him to be that to me. I have someone who's that to me. And but a lot of people, if someone you didn't call them if you didn't put the same weight on them that they did to you, a lot of people are like, oh, can I really trust you? Are you really my man? Nah, he's really my man. He's never done anything to hurt me. But it's
a lot of people don't think like that.
Yeah, I know that's not who you are in my life. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So I'll always be there for whatever you need me to be. But I also know, and I'm okay with the fact that you may not be able to do that for me. And that's fine with me. Yeah. Because I don't need you to be my friend for that. Right. I have friends for that. You get what I'm saying? I don't need, like, you're my friend for this reason. You're my friend for that reason. Yeah. So if you're my friend for business, why would I be mad if I can't vent to you?
I wish I heard that a year ago.
You get what I'm saying?
I wish I heard, and you know what I'm saying.
I know. I don't want to get into that. That's a whole, I got to come back and diminish your character to protect mine. Yeah. Nah, because if you're real, your character is good. It's the test of time.
That's true. That's true.
And so people lying on my name, it's like those rumors didn't even hold traction because it's like, you're not a Cal, you're bugging. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And so
I feel like another question, because I like how you handle like controversy and stuff like that. Like, well, obviously you don't even have to make a peep with it either. But like before I believe that you should say something, especially when you influence a lot of people. Mm-hmm. That's just my thing. Because normally I don't even like anything touching the internet. Yeah. I like to handle that privately as it can be. Mm-hmm. But once it reaches to the point where it's not just one, it's 50 people ringing you down your line because you promoted somebody. Mm-hmm. How do you combat that?
So with something like that, I would just say, yo, it was a mistake. Yeah. You show you're human. Yeah. People love that. Because you have a lot of success. People want your success. people make mistakes. Oh, damn, Michael probably wouldn't have made this mistake. So
Yeah.
one of the best things I learned from John Maxwell, being a leader is, leaders show their holes. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Leaders don't try to be vulnerable because you connect to me more if you know I'm a real person. You know I don't get it right all the time. You wanna be by my side more, knowing, I messed up, and knowing that I took accountability for that. Like, I thought this person was this.
Yeah, my reputation grew from that.
And they weren't. And I'm sorry. You get what I'm saying? When we got into business, it was all love. Everything was on the up and up. And then things fell apart in a way that I didn't foresee coming. And so now it's like, okay, that's just who that person is. That's not who I am. You guys know who I am. And that's also why I've separated myself from that person. Or whatever the case may be. And that's and then even like when it's 50, 100 people ringing down your line, I might address it, but I'll address it in the most professional way possible just because I'm not going to lie. Like, it's not that I don't like arguing. It's just I've kind of outgrew it. Yeah. And I'm kind of really good at it. So I kind of go a little far sometimes. Like, so, like, you feel me? So I've learned, like, I would win the battle, but I kind of wouldn't win the war because, like, I'll legit, like, because I'm kind of funny. I'm pretty witty. Yeah, pretty witty, I'm good with words and all that stuff. So I can actually, I could win an argument and make it seem like I wasn't even trying. That's just, like, mad embarrassing. Yeah. But one thing I learned is,
that's why I stopped with you.
From afar, a stranger just sees two people arguing, they can't tell who the fool is. Oh, right?
I liked how he's putting
and
this
so
stuff.
When you look at it like that, if you see me how I handle a lot of things, a lot of times, like even when people disrespect me, like throw Franks or whatever, people I don't know, like not on some joking stuff. I just say, yo, bro, I ain't disrespect you. Don't disrespect me. We can continue talking basketball.
I was good at for like 20, 22 years.
You feel me?
I just stopped caring. After a while, I was like,
but because I have a reputation. Like I feel like you guys said, I don't have like a brand or anything, but I feel like I am my brand.
You are your brand. Yes, yes, you are.
40 Cal, her name rings a bell.
Exactly. And so like I can't really afford to be out here looking crazy on the internet because people look at me as like, and I don't like to my own horn, but people do look at me a certain way. Like I've learned that.
Yeah, everyone.
A lot of people respect me in a certain way, and it's like they would never expect me to do certain things. And so because they wouldn't expect me to do those things, I do my best not to.
Yeah. I'm going out of my degenerate phrase. It's just hard because I really love being degenerate for some reason.
I can even say, even going back and forth with you, like about Forex and stuff like that, I can tell you was a real genuine person who actually like cared about people who were interested in that and wanted to push them forward. And if you weren't interested in it, you didn't push them like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. Like you wasn't trying to build up your team so you could make more money and stuff like that. Like you was like real genuine in making people want to learn. So that's why I always respected you because even though we went back and forth, I had my opinion, you had your opinion, and it'll be like 50 messages. Oh, once I see his name, 40 Cal, I was like, oh, it's on. It's on. I'm like, it's on.
It was his mind I always liked. It was always your mind I always liked though.
Yeah, and even with like the Forex thing, I always tried to stand out because again, like it was something I kind of veered off from the typical of the people that our community that was doing it because I actually went and looked at the leaders of the industry we're in, which is network marketing, and I looked at how they presented it, and I looked at how they, quote unquote, debated about it, and they didn't, or they, I after probably like my first, I want to say 3 months in the business, I got out of trying to convince people to join, and it became I'm here when you need me, and I got way more business like that, because
that's how it worked for me too.
Yeah, it made people want to like. Because when you first do it, and again, some people were lying, but I actually bought a house. I actually was living off of this income. Like trading. Before, like $150 a week, it wasn't nothing to pay a mortgage on. I was actually making money trading. You get what I'm saying? And so when you get that and you come from where we come from, it's like, yo, I found it. Because I really do want to see all our people win, it's like, yo, bro, you're bugging, bro. Like, what's wrong with you? And then it just became like, yo, I'm hustling backwards because I'm kind of like, even when I would win an argument and convince somebody, quote unquote, they say, I bet I'm hit you up, and they would never hit me up. They would never come back around. Because even though I won the argument, I lost the war because I belittled them.
Right.
I made them feel stupid about their opinion instead of educating them. So I went from that, oh, let me make you feel stupid and learn why, oh, you need to be trading, dummy, to, yo.
Because a lot of people in there, they was disrespectful.
Super.
And that's why I was like.
And I can't front. I kind of like that because it sent more people my way. I got way more business from those people being stupid. Nah, I'm going to come do it with you instead.
Even, yeah, my bad, go ahead.
I'm like, they working backwards. Like, how do you try to get somebody to join your business by insulting them? I'm like, that's like marketing 101. That's bad. Like, you're supposed to make the customer feel great about them, big them up. Like, you calling me broke because I'm not doing this. But
that's also because a lot of people that had no business getting the type of money we were getting started getting it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there was no personal development.
That's kind of what I wanted
for
to
them.
say. Because
Like,
it was a lot of people that not used to
a lot of
shit.
people who only time they ever had to convince someone was, oh, we on a playground, let me convince a girl I like her. So what do? You push her, right? That's how we used to operate when we was kids.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a pusher, so she'll like me. It never made sense. But for whatever reason, when you was in elementary school, it worked. It don't, but it worked.
Basically, what was going on here.
But that's what was going on. But think about it, that's the only way they ever learned how to debate, how to express ideas, especially something like this.
And I don't see those people no more.
Yeah, you know.
Exactly.
It's like they're gone.
Because
I was just about to say
it was a
too.
trend for them.
Yeah, because I was gonna say too, like even me, like a lot of people looked at me like I was the anti-Forex leader. Like everybody thought because I left. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I left, a lot of people. I mean, not we weren't in the same organization.
Yeah.
But when I left, hella people seen that and they were influenced by me because not to toot my own horn, but I was arguably the best like trader in my organization and shit. So it's like when I left, a lot of people left and people start looking at me as like like I'm the bad guy basically.
Yeah.
So everybody's looking at me because I'm basically messing their business up because people actually saw the light to the BS that they were putting out there.
Yeah.
Hence the Lambo McLaren stuff.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And from there, it was just like, even though I was out of it, people used to be shocked when I would say, there's no reason to leave because I left because there's people like Cal.
Yeah.
And what did a lot of those people do? They went to Cal.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't from me, they were influenced by my words. So in other words,
I can't front because of you.
If I didn't directly, wait, let me just finish real quick. If I didn't directly tell them, go to Cal, they saw that, I respected Cal enough that they said, you know what? I'm gonna leave this shitty environment. I'm gonna just go join the Cal guy that this guy is talking about. And, basically Lob City, D-Way to LeBron type of.
Shout out to you because one of my pizza time, we're very close now. Shout out Kaya if she listening.
Who?
Kaya. You probably don't remember her, but you kind of, I knew her before, but we wasn't that cool, but you kind of threw that oop to me. Came a P2000 in my own.
I don't know that.
You know what I'm saying? So
no offense, but.
Yeah, but I mean, we became great friends because, again, I wasn't about just, anybody in my organization outside of, one particular part of my organization, even them, even that part, if they wanted to be truthful, they'll tell you, Calvin never did wrong by me. Calvin never forced me to do anything. Calvin never pressured me into doing it. Only thing because one thing I did, I noticed what people responded to. Some people wanted to be pushed a little bit, like, yo, bro, come on. Wanted me to be on them a little bit. Some people responded better to just letting them work, but giving them guidance when they needed it. And I felt like I did a really good job of always, as a leader, adjusting the people in my organization what they needed. And so, and I was always relationship first. Like I always made sure they was good. Anytime anybody needed some bread from me, I gave it to them. No questions asked. Never asked to pay it back. I'm not that type of guy, type of thing. And it was all love. Like it's all from the heart. And that's kind of why network marketing is kind of like my favorite industry in terms of.
I was actually gonna ask that next.
Yeah, network marketing is like my favorite industry because it provides an opportunity to actually go from zero to hero, like a couple $100.
Yeah. And
you can, but more so because of the connections you make and the experiences.
Yeah, I slightly said that last episode too.
Yeah, one of the things that I got, granted, I've traveled, I was traveling already even before, but the amount I got to travel was way more. I was taking trips every month.
Yeah, I felt like it gave us a purpose.
Yeah,
we didn't just go to have fun. We actually
went every month.
Had fun, made money, did business.
Every month I was going on a trip. Enjoying myself. And because I was making money from my phone, I was making money on these trips. The trips were actually paying for themselves.
Make them right.
And then not only that, we're staying in B&Bs with 6, 7, 8 other people, right? And good sized B&Bs, not cramped. We wasn't those people, but we had good space. Everybody, sometimes 2-door room or whatever, because everybody didn't have it. And I'm not gonna act like I was a millionaire, but it was fun because so many people I see so many people from our organization that are like this now. They didn't know each other before, but they're best of friends now, running YouTube channels together, and I love to see that.
I'm happy for you because I've seen the opposite. People that were best friends, you feel me, cut each other off.
Exactly.
Even people with me, people that rock with me since day one.
But in my organization, I everybody, I see them interacting with each other on Facebook and all that, and it's just beautiful. I love it because I'm a people person, so I love that aspect. I love, even when I go on trips now, it's not the same as, I get a nice hotel, whatever, I can still go out to eat. But it's not the same because I like going back and going back with the fam, and
That was
we
the
talking
era.
about the event,
That was
and
the
then
era.
you know everybody knows I'm a Monopoly guy, so we used to play Monopoly every night whenever we went on these trips. Like I love Monopoly, and
You
so
won a lot. You won a lot of them.
yeah,
I would have loved to play you
they'll
because I'm
tell
a
you.
Monopoly
They'll tell
guy
you.
myself.
I hope they listening. Keon, Raven, mixing too. I got like 3 wins on everybody on Monopoly.
Oh,
they know what it is.
Y'all need to
That's
play.
my game.
No,
I
I
ain't
got
playing.
Monopoly in the crib. We
Yeah,
might-
Listen,
I
I'm
need to
telling you,
play it.
'cause the thing
Yeah, a
is,
couple tipsy Tay drinks.
I'm a
going.
king
I
negotiator.
should have a game night.
King
Yeah,
of
You
the
should.
Pull up.
Like, I'm a
Tipsy Tay
like you gotta
drinks
understand.
going crazy.
I've started games with or not started. When we got to the part where you negotiate for property, I've had little to nothing and run the board on people. Like I'm really like that. You feel me? Like I really know how to talk.
Oh man, this
Feel
is
me?
my
Like, I'm telling
speed.
you.
This is my speed.
They know what's
man.
up.
I might have the perfect opponent for you in Monopoly because
all
my
right.
bro, he was going back, I was like, nope. I'm like, I'm not buying.
I'm telling you. Monopoly is really my game though. Like it's annoying because it's a long game, so nobody
is.
be wanting to play it.
Nah,
I got invited to a game night the other night, and I was like, "Yo, Monopoly going?" They're like, "Monopoly's like what? Like what do you mean?"
Nobody wants to play
bro,
it.
you
Now
know,
we're gonna play drunk Uno.
you know Captain
I can't
America's
play
you know
Uno.
Captain
have I
America's line. I could do this all day. I could do this all day.
Yeah, so but yeah, like back to what I was saying, like that whole dynamic of it gives a different. Cause don't get me wrong, it's fun. Like if you start your own business and you
Right.
run it up and you become a millionaire, it's fun and it's amazing because you just became a millionaire. But when doing it with other people and you're helping them alongside you,
Just so
and
much better,
it's like
man.
I'm gonna be honest, there's no feeling like that in the world. Like watching people gain success, and I don't like to say, "Oh, I did that," or "I was there." I don't even call people mentees. Like that's just not something I do. But like being able to be a part of that, help them in any way that I did. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was a lot, whether it was a little, being able to just be a part of you realizing the dream that you like. Even now, I see a lot of people, that are still trying to pursue trading, pursue different things. Like just because the network marketing space opened their mind, that's another thing too. Network marketing I suggest everybody at least give it a try if you do want to become an entrepreneur, because it's probably the space where you'll get the most personal development you'll ever get. Right?
Yeah.
Like we know you talk about
That's one thing I would give you.
those
credit for.
motivational Zooms and all that. I get it. Oh, we want to learn how to trade. Sure, I understand. There's going to be trading Zooms to learn how to trade, but that mindset stuff, the books they tell you, the gems they give you to change the way you think and open your perspective. Like once the mind expands, it can't get smaller again. So those type of calls, being in that environment, you're on a Zoom every day with actually a millionaire giving you mindset stuff. And sometimes it gets repetitive for sure, but like, don't get me wrong. That like, I think people take that access for granted, because if you had a millionaire talking to you every day, you would view it as, oh my God, this is crazy. But because of the stigma around it, it's a motivational call to get me to go on. Honestly, a lot of those, sometimes they are, but there's also really good ones.
I mean, from my perspective, I would say too, it's just the fact that it's on the Zoom and it's like thousands of people, so it kind of feels like school.
Yeah, it does. It does. Don't get me wrong, it does. But like,
not even school, but like just like a.
But again, think about
like a crowd, an assembly.
Yeah, but think about it. In school, the people giving like an actual college. It's funny. I used to tell this on information all the time. I used to ask my professors, like, how many successful businesses do they have? None of them had any.
None
of them had any.
That's crazy. What did you go to school for?
Business. All my business
crazy.
professors did not have successful businesses.
And I hear that
And
a
it's
lot.
crazy. You used to.
One of my business professors, he's like 75. He said, "Yeah, I don't use a credit card." And I'm like,
That's
"Yo,
cool.
you're
That's actually much.
Now, but don't get me wrong, because there's a way to get wealthy without debt. But his reasoning is because, I'll just use cash to pay for everything. It's not like he was on some, I'm actually getting wealthy without credit. No, he just didn't want to use it. It's like, yo, what's like, granted, at the time I was like, okay, I guess that's wavy. But now, knowing what I know now, I'm like, oh, he's crazy.
Yeah, 'cause I was gonna say you were doing credit while you were in school, right?
Yeah. Oh, one of the things when I
'Cause
learned real
I remember
estate,
from your
I learned,
flyer.
yeah, I
learned
learned how to
credit.
do credit repair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotta pay.
Yeah.
Funny. One thing I could say, I went to Fashion Institute of Technology. All my professors were currently working in the industry. One of we had entrepreneurship class, and she was teaching us how to start our own business. She had a successful bag business, and they're working constantly. One of my professors, he was an investor for Apple. I'm like, that's the type of stuff that you need. That's what you're paying to go to school for. So I'm
Exactly.
like, that's unfortunate. That's a waste. Like when I tell people, when people say they want to be an entrepreneur, I tell them go to Fashion Institute of Technology. Even guys, because they might think, it's fashion. I'm like, nah. That business program is elite.
And that's beautiful, because the only professor I had that was someone was Professor Bond, and he was one of my best professors, because he let you get away with pretty much anything, especially because he knew But it was more so I was able to talk to him. He got me plugged in with so many people. Like if I actually went the job route, I was set up. Like even with my degree, I could have made 6 figures right out of college. Not because of the degree, but because Bond set me up with the connections. Like he's right hand man's with Trump. Right now, granted, Trump, whatever you may say about him, Trump is an amazing businessman.
Amazing.
Trump bought him a Rolex, like my professor. So like that's really his man. So he has mad connections in the New York area to everything. So out of college, I could have been crazy, but that was the best thing I got from my business program in college. The connections from one professor that I got. And again, that's me just kind of, what God blessed me with. Because
what college you went to?
Nyack. Granted, it's crazy. Nyack's not even a big school or nothing like that.
That's upstate, right?
Yeah. But the people I've met, you would think I had to go to like a Howard or something.
Nah.
I met Aisha
Ivy.
Curry's little brother, best friend. That was one of my teammates. Like stuff like that. It's actually crazy.
I actually have another question for you.
What's up?
For people that may not know, and me, myself too. What exactly is network marketing? Because I hear it all the time. I think I tried to sign up for it one time. It was like with this trip stuff, and it was like, you gotta go. I was like, I'm not doing this.
Dream trips?
Yeah.
And
they sold me. I was like, then I did it I paid one payment, and I have no money, and it wasn't going nowhere. I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm like, this
and
is
Kyle, I want you to separate it too, because you know what I mean by that.
All right, so network.
The NutriBurst thing too. That was like a form of network
marketing. Yeah, network marketing.
All right, so network marketing, right? As a whole, as an industry, it's one of the most profitable industries in the world. It's also known as multi-level marketing, also sometimes known as them pyramid schemes, right? Now, some multi-level marketing companies can seem like a pyramid scheme depending on the product they're selling, right? But basically the business model is, I have something that I want to sell, right? So you sell drinks, right? So say instead of paying for advertisements for your drink, I'm going to bring you on as a distributor. And now you sell the drinks too. And you bring on distributors to also sell the drinks. And now word of mouth typically spreads faster than advertisements. And as a company, you can kind of pay out less than advertisements if you're paying people. And it's kind of better to pay people, you know what I'm saying, instead of paying advertising companies. So that's the network marketing business model in a nutshell. There's a product and then you have distributors. Now, different businesses have different legs and structures and all that. In a nutshell, like let's say, for example, I'll do the company I was in, I Am Mastery Academy. Our product was trading education, right? So like you said, NutriBurst, their product is NutriBurst and tummy tea and stuff like that. Everybody has different products. Some are products, some are services. So ours was an educational service. Basically, it was a company that did trading education. We were brought on as distributors. So you sign up, right? Typically, you sign up as a customer first, right? Because you don't want to sell something that you're not using, right? That just makes sense. But a lot of companies will let you just sign up as a distributor if you only want to do that. I don't recommend that because that's unethical in my opinion. So with our particular company, you sign up as a customer, you get the education, you learn how to trade. So basically the way we were doing it was, now you learn how to trade, you make money from it, now show other people how to do it. That's pretty much what we did. Now, the reason I was okay with that, because like I said, trading actually elevated my life. So I was okay with selling something that I felt could truly benefit others, and I felt
not a lot of people could.
Not a lot of people could. And this is the trick with network marketing. Network marketing works, but it's a very, very, I won't say niche industry, but you have to want it to work because it's very hard. Because
that's true.
For one, a lot of people are gonna have to learn the skill of selling.
Yeah.
Right. I like to say a thing. Network marketing isn't perfect. It's just better because, in my opinion, it is better than a lot of other business models. So, for example, traditional business, brick and mortar, you have so much overhead costs. I gotta pay for the store. I gotta pay for supplies. I gotta pay for products. Pay for all of that before I even get my profit back. Network marketing, I'm just paying them maybe $100, $200 fee to just get access to the stuff. And I can literally make that back. Honestly, and the thing with network marketing too is because it's so polarizing in terms of the results. Because you can have someone go from 0 to 6 figures in 90 days. Legit, because they put the work in. But you can have someone be in a company for 5 years and never crack 5 figures.
Because you have to want it to work.
Right? And so that's why a lot of people don't like it. Because it's truly dependent on how not only how hard you work, but how long you're willing to work. Because that's the thing with network marketing too. You never know because a lot of times in network marketing, it just takes one person to come into your business and make your business go.
Yeah, that's right.
You never know when that person's coming. So it can be hard to do it for a year, do things right. Honestly, you could do things right for a year and still maybe not get what you want out of it, right? And that person could have been coming in a year and 1 month, but you quit 1 month too early. And now network marketing is a scam because I spent all this money, right? And that's the unfortunate thing. But just like business, you never know when your business is going to get its big break. You're a content creator. You never know when that reel is going to go viral.
Yeah,
right.
You never know.
But in network marketing, it's a little bit more it's a little bit more draining because you're getting told no a lot. And no's, we know that's going to obviously mess with your psyche. Now, the reason I like IM as a network marketing company is because they had a service that allowed you to make money whether you sold it or not. You could learn how to trade and you could learn how to make money in the markets on a day-to-day basis, whether you wanted to tell someone or not. The thing with trading can be hard. Trading is hard to learn. That's why there's also educators, products, and service to make it a little bit easier so you can start making money before you fully grasp the concept. I wouldn't tell people to only take signals and stuff like that. Signals when somebody tells you what to trade, word for verbatim. I wouldn't tell somebody to do that for more than 6 months, really 3 months, but more than 6 months. I suggest you start learning the skill because at the end of the day, with investing and trading, if you're only taking signals, someone else is in charge of your bag. Right. And you don't want that. Now, here's the thing with IM, because a lot of people don't want to learn how to trade. So a lot of people were sold on the easiness of
building a team.
Copy paste
that and taking signals and then just going to build a team.
Yep.
What we didn't realize, and I guess it's because we're young and I didn't realize this either, the thing with trading, it's hard to build a residual business off of it because for one, a lot of people quit. It's an industry where a lot of people quit. Like a lot of people don't want to learning how to trade is hard.
Yeah, because you have people that make $1 million overnight, and they'll be like, "Oh, well, I don't need you. I'm out of here."
Screen with the lines.
Then you got people that blow an account, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm out of here."
I know it's for you too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not for everybody. It's like, it's not for me.
Exactly.
And that's it.
And so the thing with trading is a lot of people. It's a big. I think it's called conversion or turnover rate. Where there's a lot of people that come in, but a lot of people leave too.
Turnover.
Because so many people end up quitting or so many people stop or want to give up because it's hard or because it's not working out the way they wanted to. And so that was the issue because with IM, you have to continuously be building to maintain your rank because it's very seldom you're going to get enough people that are just going to keep paying their monthly. Especially because also once you learn how to trade, a lot of people, what am I still paying for the education to learn how to trade for? You get what I'm saying? And so that was just a little hole in the business model, so to speak, with that particular service. Now, there's other companies like NutriBurst. Now that's a great business model in terms of to keep the residual income coming in because it's health and wellness. So there's people who just buy NutriBurst products every month on auto ship. And that's that residual income that comes in every month. You don't have to keep selling, you don't have to keep building because that product is just people buying it every time. And but the thing with that is, well, for one, NutriBurst personally, I don't like it. Like I looked at the ingredients, I don't think it's really that good of a product. It's more so people selling it with good bodies and stuff like that. But but also it's just a matter of like I don't want to sell health and wellness products. Like that's not really something I was interested in. I don't want to sell tummy tea and stuff like that. Like I said, IM really caught my attention because I was in Amway. Amway is one of the best network marketing companies, and they also sell health and wellness products. So a lot of the best health network marketing companies that last the longest are health and wellness because health and wellness is the easiest thing to where people will pay every month for the rest of their lives. Yeah. Because if they use it once and they like it,
they're gonna keep using it.
Exactly. So like if I buy this, like Amway used to sell house cleaners. If I buy this cleaner and I like the way it cleans, I'm just gonna keep buying it. Right. So you have my money. It's like Nike. You have my money all the time because I like your product. Trade and education is different because again, you learn the education and it's no longer useful. So network marketing it's a very polarizing industry, and that's why you'll have the people who say, yo, it doesn't work. It's a complete scam. Do not waste your money. Then you have people like me who'll tell you, yo, I think it's probably the best thing. Because the thing with network marketing is, if you look at it versus any other industry, okay, if you're going to be a salesperson, right? The thing with sales, every month you start over. So if I sell 1,000 people this month on, like I say, I'm a car salesman. I sell 1,000 cars this month.
You got to sell 1,000 more.
I got to sell 1,000 more again.
Right.
At least with network marketing, I have people in there. I don't have to keep selling them. I just have to make sure they're getting usefulness out of the product and don't keep paying.
If you sell 1,000 more next month, now you have 2,000 in total.
Exactly.
This is a whole entire job, and people make it seem like, oh, it's so easy. No, it don't matter what you do. You got to work for it.
Exactly.
You gotta work
and that's
for
another
it.
thing like a lot of us messed up on. We sold it as this, it's an easy way to a bag when it's not. Like I said, I don't think it's perfect. I just think it's better. And then you look at, just if you were a traditional investor, right? You can learn a lot about investing, but at the end of the day, you're investing into a company that could short all the stock tomorrow and you lose all your money. That's just the risk of investing, right? Of course. But again, that's the difference between investing and network marketing, difference between sales and network marketing, difference between traditional business and network marketing, no overhead, no crazy overhead costs. Like at the end of the day, to start a business, you may have to take out a loan. And then who knows when you're going to break even to pay that loan back. Network marketing, like I said, a couple $100, you could get that. And then it's just all your work from there. Whatever the case may be. So that's why I say I don't think it's perfect. I just think it's a better route if done right and with like a company that you truly believe in. So that's why I think it's, you know, a great industry. And it does get a lot of flack, rightfully so, because a lot of people use it to sell dreams. Because, again, a lot of people, because the network marketing part of it, so the residual side, the compensation plans and stuff, building your team and all that, it's so lucrative. It's like, yo, I can make $750,000 a month. I got to get to this. So I'm willing to say whatever.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, we're from Brooklyn. People do illegal things to get to way less money. So if I could be legal and get to almost $1 million a month.
That's a fantastic way to put
Exactly.
If I could be legal and get to $1 million a month,
And do you know how
you think I'm not gonna be going crazy about it, trying to get people to do it? You get what I'm saying? Especially for our people. So like, that's why like I see both sides. I'm able to look back and say, okay,
you risking like lives for chump change?
and chump change.
Like $500.
Yeah,
like,
I can go get a legal 10 grand a month if I can get 500 people in this business. I got 5,000 Facebook friends. I gotta get 10%.
That's it.
That's it. And I get 10 grand a month. I'm making 6 figures consistently. Of course, when you see money like that, you see opportunity like that. We don't see opportunity like that. Like, for example, it's crazy. You go into those other communities, network marketing, it's not as frowned upon, but it's also not looked at as much of a craze as when we took, like, if you try to take trade into certain communities, it wasn't looked at as crazy because it's like, oh, I mean, I can make 10 grand a month 10 different ways. Like, I know how to get to six. Like, they know how to get to 6 figures so many ways.
Mm-hmm.
Us, it's like, yo, 6 figures legally? Yeah, I'm with it. Let's do it. What I got to do? Okay, I got to get these. All right, give me through. And that's why so many people were doing that instead of actually, you know, trading and making money on a day-to-day basis.
Because once that money start coming, baby.
Because trading, learning how to trade seemed harder than telling my friends to do this with me or getting people to do this with me.
That's a fact.
And don't get, and for a lot of times, it kind of is. Like, learning how to trade is probably harder than building the network marketing side of the business. But, you know, it's a reason they would go ahead.
You get 2 people, then tell them to get 2 people, and then you get 2 more people, and then we all rich. All right.
And that's when the pyramid stuff comes in because now you're no longer even really selling a product you're using, right? Because a pyramid is basically you taking money down and just keep passing it up the pyramid. That's not really what I Am is. It's actually a service that you're selling.
Yeah, correct.
People come into your business. And so once you stop actually, like you're still selling the service, once people aren't using it, now you're actually just pushing money up and just trying to make it a pyramid or whatever and just trying to get people through the door. And that's where it's different. So that's why I get why a lot of people have their horror stories from I Am. I also see some people literally exaggerating, but I kind of don't like what a lot of people are doing now too, because they're like, I see a lot of people, I Am was the best time of their life. I'm seeing their life afterward and it's actually gone downhill. Yeah. And I'm just like, the fact that y'all be...
But
Yeah.
What did you do with the information that you learned?
And that's the thing. Some people, it was just like, it's so crazy because we were going to these events and everybody, you know, we're screaming, we're going to change our life. We want financial freedom. And it's like, it got really, really tough. And then a lot of people just said, all right, I don't want to do that no more. Mm-hmm. Or not even said, I don't want to do it, but they just stopped doing things that are going to allow them to do that. Like I've seen, and again, like I said, if you want to go a different route, I get it. But I see a lot of people lost their drive, completely give up on dreams that they were passionate about. Like I've seen people cry about certain things they wanted to accomplish.
People tattooed ranks and stuff like that.
And it's like,
people tattooed
those
like
people was getting crazy.
The logos, they used to tattoo ranks.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's like, I mean, and that's what believers do. But that's why it's like seeing you, like you were here.
Your passion.
And you were here. And I respect you for being there. But you can't let the tough times bring you back down to here. Like you don't want to get rich. Like everybody forgot we're supposed to get rich.
And even if so, it's like you could have found something else to do.
Yes, and like
reselling is not lucrative.
Yo, bro, like you can do something. Like I just hate seeing. Like I'm not saying I hate seeing people stop doing Forex or stop being part of I Am. I hate. Like I'm actually watching these people give up on their dreams, like in real time, and I'm like, yo, that's so crazy. And then what really annoys me, like I said, is when people try to act like it was the worst. Like, don't get me wrong, I know you had some people did have some crazy horror stories, but a lot of people haven't been on. You haven't been on any trip. You haven't been on any trip since you left the business. You haven't gone anywhere. You haven't smiled on Facebook since you left the business.
That sounds like a depression. Like, you gotta go get that checked
Yeah, like
out.
some people, they got out of the business and their life actually became like worse. And I'm like, damn, that's so tough. Cause like
I mean, you and I both know, like, people, but like, we could name, no offense, but we could name people.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
Literally.
Mutual people at that. Like,
We won't.
We
we
won't.
won't.
For
But
sure.
I'm just saying, like,
But it's just crazy.
know.
but even me,
But we know.
even me as somebody that, like, you know, again, people look at me like the Antichrist with it. You know, I see people like that legit were like die hard for it, just quit it and go to nothing. But there's other people that I see that, you know, quit and did something else and it's working for them. You know, I applaud them for
like
sure.
if you quit and did something else, I respect. Like that's what I want to see.
Even me,
But
like,
other people quit
people
and
quit
just
and
They not doing
nothing.
gave up on their
It's like they
dreams.
gave up on life.
And I'm gonna be real with you, like for
And
like,
that's literally what we used to talk about all the time.
I gotta say this real quick. Like I gotta be real with everybody that's watching this that knows me personally. Like a lot of the people that's like been in my DMs and stuff asking, "Oh, can you teach me how to trade? Can you do this? Can you do that?" If you were in the business,
I mean, your DM.
yeah, but you weren't. I'm talking about the people who. Look, I'm talking about the people who started, like Cal said, like that started up here and went down here. Why should I have to do that for you? You feel me? You chose to go down a route where it's like you don't want to do something for yourself. It doesn't even have to be trading. You could find like, you know, you could still find something different that could get you, you know, to back up to here just on a different, like, let's just say we're talking about clouds. You know, this is a cloud here. It's a cloud up here. You could still get to a cloud up here, you know. It's just a different cloud, but you could still get there as long as you actually, like, put yourself, like, you know, put your mindset to it and actually do the work to get to it. A lot of people just, like, said, you know what, I'm content being on Earth, but I'm gonna yank Fabrice, I'm gonna yank Cal out the cloud and see if they'll invest some time and effort into me to help me get up to either cloud that they're on, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I see it.
And like one thing too, though, but like I'm always down to help people. I'm a little bit more lenient than you are for sure.
Nah, I'm charging now. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah, like if anybody asks me, I'll help them, send them whatever I can. But like I said, it just pains
I do
me
too.
to see people.
Don't get me wrong. I do too.
It pains me to see people go from, yo, I want to do this for my family. I want to get like people have told me real life situations that they have with their mom is sick or whatever, and I want to do this for her. I got it. And it's like, yeah, bro. So like, you don't want to do that for your mom no more? Like that. That's just my thing. Like, don't lose that drive just because maybe the business didn't work out the way you wanted it to. Like, that's the only thing that really pains me about it. Cause like, it's just like, damn, like, y'all just like, we just forgot we supposed to get rich. Like everybody just stopped wanting to be rich. Like, what's up?
I've been saying that because it's like I said, even with the people that just were like traders, like in this case, since it was a trading company, right? People that just want to be traders and stuff, it's like you said, it's one thing you just gave up on the whole network marketing thing altogether, but it's like
You gave up on the skill.
gave up on the skill.
Yeah.
Like you don't even.
That's why, like, I posted
have
that.
trading view no
That's
more.
my goal. Like I said, I want to, because I don't, you know, it's boring to get rich by yourself.
Yeah.
So I want to do it with people and stuff like that.
I want you to make me rich.
Yeah. Like I feel like with any skill set, like it's just about the passion you have for it. Because like even with trading, it's like it's something that's passionate for me. Because like you said, it's something that I could literally just wake up to like $1 million one day and not even know where it came from. I mean, obviously I know where it came from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When people kind of give up on that, it's just like it just shows who like really took it serious, like, and who was just all talk.
And again, that's why I said like there was a lot of hype, and the problem, the issue with the hype was there was actual value. Like so sometimes there's hype around something, but it has no actual use case. What IM does, there's hype. There was hype around it, but there was value. But the value just got pushed to the side because of the hype. Until everybody just lived off of the hype, and we never took full advantage of it. Like some people never took full advantage of the value.
Go ahead.
No, I will say.
I spoke enough. Go ahead.
I will say that because I was like, I used to even like tease, like I was like, you know, going into it or whatever, and I just wish like, because I went to school in Oswego or whatever and everything like that, and it's just like the way I was getting like introduced to it. This one like I was like rising through the ranks on my social media again, going viral like every other like week or whatever, and I was just getting like, damn, like I know what y'all talking about, but y'all, it's like you said, the copy paste profit earlier. I was like, I wanted like the skill, and I'm still, but they only see me as Michael, the clout guy.
Exactly.
I didn't like that. Like I wanted,
for sure.
I'm a guy where like it took me to do my real estate course now to realize that when I really want to learn something, don't sell me the network. I can do that.
Yeah.
What I want to, you know what I'm saying? Tell me the skill. Like So I was just like, that's why I just end up not doing it, because it's just like, you're not selling me what I want to hear.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes back to our first episode when you asked me about does image play a big part with anybody's business?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like you said, people look at you like Michael the Cloud God. It's like, and
Yeah,
at the same
especially-
time, Cal was saying how people, respect him as, Forex 40 and stuff like that. Sometimes it's just an image thing.
Especially in our industry, like people like Michael, people that we know have influence in circles. We used to look at them like, yo, I know her. I get her in. That's easy. She'd go P1000 in a week.
Yeah.
Type of thing. We used to always do stuff like that. And like I said, for me, it was like looking at it like I was okay with it because I'm doing it because I'm actually I know I'm doing something that can change your life for the better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing it just to do a quick buck. So I was okay with, quote unquote guerrilla marketing sometimes, because I'm like, at the end of the day, I know once you get in here, I'm gonna treat you right. You're gonna learn a skill. You're gonna learn how to make money. You're gonna be good. So even if I'm maybe, I'm targeting you because I know you have clout, it's more so for me so I can help more people.
Yeah, exactly.
Other people,
and I did understood that.
Other people is like, I'm just trying to get the chair.
Yeah. I did
You get what I'm
understood
saying?
that. Yeah. But
So-
when it's for like, that's why like I asked you how'd you weed it out, because the people that I did weed out then, I knew you weren't really trying to teach me. You know what I'm saying? It was just to use my name. And
and then sometimes, just my name got me a lot of people that I didn't go after. I didn't even know were a thing, and it just came into my business. And so. But like I said, that whole era is, I still call it the best era of my life. Like 2020, I spent the whole summer in B&Bs. It was amazing. It was amazing, like living with so many different people in so many different areas. It was beautiful.
Yeah. But when you're genuine and you really care about what you're doing and you really want to help people, the money will come. When you're just being greedy and chasing the bag,
passion gonna pay the bills.
and just like, oh, what can I do? How can I make this quick buck? Let me use this person, use that person. You're not going to be successful, at least not for the long run.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So, Mr. Motivational 40, are there any last comments you want to make in terms of just like for any entrepreneurs out there that's listening that is looking for some type of advice or feel like, inspired by you and want to, have some type of something to go home with?
Two things I live by. One is really business related, but it applies to all life, and other is more so life related. First, the foundation you're building something on is more important than what you're building. Always remember that. The foundation, meaning the reason you're doing it, the principle behind it, the morals or whatever, that's more important than whatever it is you build. You can 100-foot tall building. If you only dig 6 feet deep, it'll come collapsing down. So your foundation is most important. And two, if you wouldn't want something on the front page of a paper, don't do it. That's just the way I think. So that's how you kind of live life with no regrets. Think about something. If this got on the front page of the paper, would I be mad that I have to tell people I did it? And if so, don't do it. So.
Yeah, I actually like that.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one, so I'm gonna use that.
Yeah, for sure.
So it was a pleasure. I was about to say Forex 40. It was a pleasure to have you up here, Cal.
Thank you.
40 cow.
I thank y'all for having
somebody
me.
that's inspired me on my journey of entrepreneurship.
I appreciate
And,
it.
it's a pleasure to have you here. Definitely want to have you back again sometime.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
We got more to talk about.
And all of you again. All of you.
I learned a lot. I learned a lot from you today.
Yeah, I didn't even get into everything that I got going on. So
And we didn't fight this time. We
See?
didn't fight.
See?
All right, so you see what's cooking on with Cal over here. It's been a wonderful time. It's been a pretty good session, a long session today. But my name is Reese, and
I'm Mike.
we're out.
40.
And we're out.
Yeah.